Welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. My name's Nathan, and I love to make videos about crystals and other spiritual topics and conversations and kind of combine them together for the purpose of all of our spiritual transformations. Now, in this video, I 100% believe that this video, out of all the videos I've ever made, has the most potential to change your life. Literally. It's the information within this video, so I'm asking you simply to remain sensitive, vulnerable, and open to the potential of you realizing something within yourself, and you will change your life today, right now, not tomorrow, but today. So what we're talking about in this video is, of course, crystals, and more specifically, we're talking about autosuggestion and reprogramming our subconscious mind with the crystals. Now, the power of this is much more vast than the simplicity with which it sounds. We are talking here about instant manifestations. We're talking here about literal infinite abundance and tapping into this stream and having this flow be present in your life. We're talking about reality shifting, optimal timeline navigation. This is incredible. So we're going to break this down. You could probably tell I'm pretty pumped about this. So first, we're going to be talking about the vibration of thought and shifting mechanics. And this is simply because I'm going to be putting out a frequency for you that, if you're listening to, will connect you to a streamline of the vibration, which is what we are intending to integrate together in this video. Now, second, we're going to be talking about autosuggestion and how to actually reprogram the subconscious mind. And I'm going to bring in the book Think and Grow Rich, which is written by Napoleon Hill. This is my third time reading it, and some of these concepts I'm going to share with you have literally changed my life from being somebody who had to work a full-time job, live in an apartment I didn't like, in a situation I didn't like, to now I am literally a full-time YouTuber, 100% financially supported. I can travel anywhere. I get to do whatever I want every day, and it's 100% because of the concepts I'm going to share with you. So we're going to talk about that. And then lastly, we're going to bring in actual crystals. Actual crystals. We're going to be talking about crystals and examples of how you can reprogram your subconscious mind with these. And I'll share some with you that I actually do use, because I believe that this will better help you to navigate your own decisions and choices. So without further ado, I know that was a long intro, but let's get cracking together here. Now, the very first thing to understand in this video, which is super exciting, is the fact that if you believe a lie, if you tell the same lie over and over and over again, and you hold this within yourself, and you continue to say this to the world around you, eventually, you yourself will believe this lie. It will become true. It will become a fundamental building block of who you are and what you believe about yourself. There are examples where people are literally able to pass lie detector tests because they are so convinced of something that is not true. So this is just an echo and an example of how our thoughts literally, at the very least, influence our perception of reality and how we ourselves feel about it. Now, what you are thinking and what you are feeling is very obviously, whether you are into the spiritual conversations or not, very obviously going to influence how you move through reality and how you interact with the world around you, which literally emphasizes what you are creating. This is all energy. So this being said, autosuggestion is the principle of having thoughts or a repeated statement over and over and over again, just like lying to yourself, but not with this negative connotation of lying. This is simply about navigating and shifting ourselves to being a different version of us. This will help us to demonstrate. This image here is your brain. Now, when you connect to an idea, let's go ahead and say that my idea is that I'm going to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, okay? This is the idea. This is a vibrational thought. Now, what happens when I connect to this thought with my mind, when I connect to this thought, what is happening is all the other thoughts that exist within the realm of infinite intelligence. Imagine a huge soup bowl of vastness where everything already exists. When I connect to the vibration of this idea, and I'm really feeling into the version of myself that has 100,000 subscribers, what is happening is now I'm existing on this frequency rather than where I was before. And now what happens is I am now experiencing all kinds of different thoughts and feelings and beliefs of thoughts and information that are resonant of the same frequency of the version of me that has 100,000 subscribers. So when you connect to a thought, this thought holds a certain vibration, and when you resonate at that vibration, you are now connected to, basically, you could simply see this as every single thing that you could possibly need to make this right here a freaking reality. There are no limits. Everything exists. And so this is the second concept that I want to integrate into this video before we get talking about the real depth of the discussion here that we're having together. This is you in this example here, and this is the timeline that you are standing on. So right now, I myself and you yourself are existing on a timeline where you have access to past information and a future visualization that are 100% based on where you are standing and aware consciously in the present moment right now. So right now I'm here in this moment making this video for you, and I have a heap load of information and memories of thought and vibration that are a hallucination, essentially. They're not actually real. The only thing that is real is the present moment. The past and the future are a 100% fantasy. So all the things that I believe have happened to get me here to this point are not real at all. It is the vibration of thought that I am connected to because of the frequency I have aligned myself with. I'm hoping that this makes sense. If you have any questions about this, definitely comment below. I will make sure to keep my eye on this video and respond to you. So everything that we are experiencing that is the past and the future and the present moment is all actually the timeline that you are standing on. But it's really a hallucination. And the power of this is that infinite timelines exist all throughout our universe and the vastness of it. Every single thing exists. You, right now, are doing every single job and occupation. You're dating trillions and infinite different versions of people. You are feeling infinite different ways about yourself. You are existing with different realities, different growing up situation, perhaps even different parents, theoretically speaking. All of these things exist. So when we shift to a new timeline, what happens is as soon as we get there, we now have a past hallucination of memories and information that are justifying the new experience that we are aligned with. So you actually, within your brain, your human vehicle person, your meat suit that you are driving in this reality, will not realize that you have shifted to a completely new version of reality. You won't know, because all of your memories of the past will have changed to convince you that this is always the way that it's been. The piece of us that will know that you have shifted is a different kind of awareness that has nothing to do with your human vehicle suit. But that part is not actually really relevant and necessary for the tools that we're sharing in this video. So go ahead and drop that to the side. Don't worry about that too much. It doesn't really matter whether you know that you're shifting or not, because you are. And the tools that I'm about to share with you next are literally the tools that will enable you to teleport rapidly, shifting through infinite complexities of dimensions to be exactly whoever you want to be. And this is real. This is 100% possible. And it 100% is what's happening. So before I hop into autosuggestion and the principles I'm going to share directly from the book, Think and Grow Rich, I want to leave you with this. Theoretically speaking, based on the mechanics we've just shared with you, perhaps I could instantly manifest something in my hand. This is 100% possible, right? But it isn't that I'm manifesting something instantly in my hand. It's that I have utilized the principles we're about to share in this video, which are shifting me to a version of reality where this item exists in my hand. So I'm not actually instantly manifesting something here on this timeline for you to see. I'm shifting to a timeline where it already exists. And the version of you in that timeline that would witness it is a completely different version than the version of you that exists on this timeline where you don't see me manifesting something. See what I'm saying? This is literally mind-blowing stuff. Now, a lot of this is information that I've integrated and remembered through my own meditation and experiences. So, at the end of the day, take it for what you will. So now we're going to talk about autosuggestion and how we can actually reprogram our subconscious mind. Right now, in the present moment, I have 100,000 subscribers. This is the dimension that I am existing in right now most fully with my awareness. You right now are experiencing a different version of me, the version of me that is on the way to it. But this is a hallucination. You and I both right now are hallucinating the evidence of how I got 100,000 subscribers. It's like reality is trying to justify my teleportation. And this is part of the hallucination of the matrix and the way that our physical reality takes place. Freaking mind-blowing, right? But I'm 100% in the reality of 100,000 subscribers, and so everything that I do on, quote-unquote, on the way to it is a hallucination that is justifying the fact that I'm already there right now. That's just kind of the way that it is. Now, the next quote that I'm going to read is, "Any thought, idea, plan, or purpose which one holds in one's mind attracts, again, from the vibrations of the ether, a host of its relatives." So what we're talking about is, again, I'm connected to the version of myself that has 100,000 subscribers. This version of me is thinking different thoughts and exists in a totally different reality. So by me simply holding that version of myself in my mind, I am now connected to all the thought forms and vibrations and energy of that version of myself. Now what happens is this version of myself has other ideas, different ideas for videos, for example, right? This is a simple example to use. Now what happens is that the host of its relatives, all these different thoughts that are also similar to the thought of me being 100,000 subscribers, come in and they're added to my own force, and it grows until it becomes the dominating, motivating master of the individual in whose mind it has been housed. So basically what we're saying here, and what is being said in this book, is that when you think a thought and you attach yourself to a certain timeline, you are now connected to all kinds of other thoughts that are also vibrationally resonant of that thought and space, and they come in and start existing within you, and this simply increases the momentum and energetic pull that you have to this timeline and version of reality. Boom. That's how it works. It's as simple as that. Now, in this chapter, Napoleon Hill goes on to state that the biggest weakness in this kind of shifting and manifestation is a lack of self-confidence. Now, here's the reason for this. Again, faith, 100% certainty, absolute confidence that something is already happening right now and that you are even able to do this. If you have a lack of self-confidence and you don't believe that you can do these things, what is happening is just like me connected to 100,000 subs, now I'm connected to the version of me that doesn't believe I can get 100,000 subs, and then I'm connected to all the thought forms and vibrations and energy resonant of the version of me who doesn't believe and have confidence that it's possible, and so I'm creating a magnetic attraction to that timeline of reality, therefore making it so, yes, I am not able to get 100,000 subscribers. Do you realize everything that is being said in this video, what this really means with the mechanics of the universe? What this really means is that you are 100% supported by the universe. 100%. You are so supported, you're even allowed to exist on a timeline where you aren't supported. You see what I'm saying? That's how supported you are. You're so supported, you're allowed to think and believe that you are not. Guys, there is infinite, limitless potential here. Do you realize that all of the pain and suffering and all of the things that you don't prefer to be experiencing are actually a choice that you are literally choosing to create a gravity and momentum to experience? Here's the deal. If you are stuck, change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Get up and use the principles of autosuggestion to change your mind, to change your reality. Autosuggestion is very easy. You write something down. I write down, for example, I have 100,000 subscribers. I have the biggest crystal channel on YouTube. These kinds of things, right? You write these things down, and then you simply repeat it to yourself over and over and over again. It literally is that easy, guys. It doesn't need to be complicated. And if you think that it's complicated and you believe that it is, again, what's happening? You are connecting to the timeline and version of reality where it is complicated to shift. And so reality justifies that because you're 100% supported and says, yes, it is complicated, and no, you can't do it. So let's make it easy on ourselves, okay? Here's some examples of how you can reprogram if you are someone who has a lack of self-confidence This is the exact confidence formula that is used in the book on how you can create autosuggestion to reprogram yourself to have confidence. First, number one, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Now, this is literally as simple as it is. You write something down, you continuously repeat it to yourself, you feel the feelings of the person who believes it essentially, and you start to become this version. You reprogram yourself to believe in yourself, right? Now, the second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Now, it goes on and it continues to state more things, but this is literally as simple as it is. Grab a piece of paper, write down the beliefs of the individual that you want to be, and just read them throughout the day. Sit, focus on what it feels like. Visualize this version of yourself. It's that easy. Let go of the old, stagnant programming holding you back in life and accept the ones that you create for yourself to be the person that you want to be. Because you could be anybody. You really could. And we have been falsely informed. We have been falsely programmed to think that we are powerless and exist within what everybody else creates for us. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So step up and take a stand for your life, you know? Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about using crystals for autosuggestion in reprogramming your subconscious mind. And I'm going to share with you actual crystals that I use and how this actually works for me. So let's go ahead and get into that part now. Now, the crystals I'm going to share with you here are actually crystals that I'm specifically using, and I'm going to share the exact rituals and methods that I use. And I believe that just simply by me sharing my experience with my crystals here, you will understand and know enough that you can apply the same principles. Now, the exact crystal that I've been using to do all of this the most is actually this exact quartz crystal. Now, here's what I do with it. I hold the crystal in my hands like this. I go on a walk. That's literally it. I hold the crystal in my hands, and while I'm on this walk, I am imagining this version of me with 100,000 subscribers. I'm feeling the feelings. I'm feeling the sense of pride that I have. When I hold this crystal and I'm walking, life is different. Reality looks different to me. There's a certain glow to things. I've got a certain kind of side smile. I feel pretty good about myself. I've got 100,000 subscribers. I could do anything I want, you know? I feel these feelings. I feel the sense of pride of all the work that I put into this, you know, that I've really manifested this, that I really created this on my own, right? I feel these feelings. That's what the version of me is feeling. So when I'm walking, I experience myself in the state of consciousness that this version of me with 100,000 subscribers is. Now, here's part of the reason why quartz is so powerful for this. Quartz is the #1 crystal for programming your intention into. It is also the #1 crystal to amplify any other energy that you want. So I use it to program my intention of this teleporting me to the dimension where I have 100,000 subscribers. I use this to program my intention into it, and then after I program it, I let go. I let go. This is very important. Letting go has a lot to do with the confidence and absolute faith. Someone who has absolute faith and confidence in something doesn't sit there thinking that they need to focus and freak out really hard to make it happen. They know that it already is here. They're just allowing it to come to them, right? So I focus with my intention, I program this crystal, I let go, and then simply by me keeping this crystal and going on a walk with it, it's amplifying my energy, which again, my energy when I'm holding this and going on a walk is my intention of being the version who has 100,000 subscribers. So this helps to amplify that energy. And I'm telling you, this 100% is working for me. 100%. I am literally perceiving all kinds of crazy shifting and things that is happening just from my work with this crystal. Now, this is exactly how this can help to reprogram my subconscious mind. I 100% believe that this crystal is teleporting me to 100,000 subscribers. I'm telling you guys right now, I have 100% faith and 100% confidence that that's what this crystal is doing for me. Absolutely, to my core, I believe this. Because I believe this, I exist, again, in the vibration of the version of me where this is true. Because again, the universe 100% supports you. The matrix system, the code of reality 100% supports you in whatever you believe. That's the timeline you exist on. So I exist in a reality where these crystals do have these powers. And this is the potential here, guys. Everything is possible. All magic is real. You just have to 100% believe it. This is how we access these powers. Literally. It's something just incredible, okay? So I 100% believe it. If you 100% believe that these crystals can help you too, then they absolutely will. And there's also other dimensions of energies and amplification that help us here. So this is exactly how I use quartz. Now, the next crystal that I'll bring in is moldavite, okay? Now, a lot of you guys who are my subscribers, you know a lot about moldavite, and you've likely subscribed to my channel and found me because of moldavite. Moldavite is absolutely my favorite crystal. It's technically a tektite. And the reason for this is because what I believe about moldavite is that when I have it on me, everything that happens is 100% intended for my spiritual transformation, for my spiritual growth, for my spiritual evolution. So when I'm not wearing moldavite, to be honest with you guys, this version of me that doesn't wear moldavite exists on a timeline where things just kind of happen. They just are the way that they are, right? When I'm wearing moldavite, this is the version of me that 100% believes that everything that happens, whether it's quote-unquote good or quote-unquote bad, which is just a perspective based on your timeline that you are on, what happens for me is that anything that happens, I instantly smile, and I 100% believe that it is transforming me on a much higher level to become the most authentic, genuine, most powerful version of myself. That's what I 100% believe to my core, have 100% faith, 100% confidence in, is that moldavite is creating me to be the most powerful version of myself. It's as simple as that. So I believe this, and I'm telling you guys, I experience it. If you've been following my channel, you have to notice how much I have been evolving just in one single year. You can see it almost bi-weekly, the transformation and evolution and consciousness expansion that I'm going through. And it's because I 100% believe the version of me on the timeline with moldavite that everything is happening for me, for my higher good. And so it is. This is exactly a very simple dimension of how we can work with crystals. They're helping us to tap in and hack our beliefs and hack the matrix of how it works. Now, the next one that I'll bring in and share with you is tanzanite. Now, this is a piece of tanzanite that I've got here. This one's actually heat treated. For anybody who's a crystal lover, you probably noticed that. But I actually prefer this energy. Now, here's how I use tanzanite. I myself, in alternate versions of timelines and realities, experience a certain kind of truth that life is difficult, and that if I want something, I really have to work hard at it, that I need to be on top of my game all the time to make things happen. That is a version of me that exists in many different timelines. The version of me that exists where I walk around with this tanzanite in my pocket, it's just an alternate timeline version of myself. Again, all alternate timelines and realities exist. The reality of me on the timeline and version of myself that keeps tanzanite on them, this version of me experiences a much more relaxed state of being. The energy my person holds is much more, life's good. Like, I'm chilling, you know? Everything's just going the way it is, and I feel good about it. I can sit here, and I can experience it, and I can feel chill about it. This is what the energy of tanzanite helps me with, is to relax. I don't need to struggle to live happily. I could be happy right now. This is what the energy of tanzanite, this is the association of the autosuggestion and subconscious thinking that I experience. So when we're working with crystals, we are experiencing a vast multitude of different dimensions of how these are helping us. The power of crystals is real. I am not suggesting in this video that it is placebo and simply based on your beliefs. Crystals do have powers. Yes, you do kind of have to believe and associate yourself with the timeline version of yourself that experiences and is even interested in working with crystals, though. You see what I'm saying? There's all these different dimensions of how it works. This is a very simple one. Infinite realities exist. You are experiencing everything right now. When I literally pick up a certain crystal, I have now shifted myself to that dimension of reality where I am literally holding it and it is in my hand. This is a different version of me. It is a different version of me. This is exactly how we can use crystals to reprogram our subconscious mind. Because when I'm walking around and I'm wearing my moldavite and I'm holding my moldavite, anything that happens that would normally throw me off, I instantly think, coming straight from my subconscious, oh, I'm wearing my moldavite. It's the energy of moldavite. Moldavite's just manifesting new transformations for me. And so, that's the way it is. Because I'm carrying something that is influencing my own beliefs and subconscious thinking. When I'm carrying the quartz, I 100% am thinking, everywhere that I go, that I am continuously shifting closer and closer to the version of myself that has 100,000 subscribers. And so I am. Get it? It's that easy. So this is life, guys. This is life. This is our universe. This is reality. It is the most freaking magical, expansive gift. And 99% of people don't understand. They just don't feel this. And it's okay. It's none of our faults. We are simply experiencing a gravity, a magnetic attraction and pull to the version of ourselves that we are right now. But wouldn't you perhaps maybe prefer liberation? Maybe you would prefer to be able to travel the world. Maybe you would prefer to be with that special person in your life. Maybe you would prefer certain things to be different. And the truth is that they already are different. They already exist. And the best thing that we could possibly do is release and let go the negative beliefs and programming that are holding us back so that we can then reprogram ourselves with beliefs that are incredibly powerful. The belief that you literally are infinite and that you can do all of the things I'm talking about in this video. But the biggest important thing here is letting go. And so if this is the next part that you want to take this from this video, I've got a video tagged in the description, and it's all about meditation and letting go. And this is what I believe is the most powerful way to detach from all of our beliefs, essentially, detach from all the subconscious thinking, detach from the ego meat suit, and experience all the vast dimensions of reality that are expansive and taking place right now. And when you see that, all of a sudden you realize all these beliefs, all this subconscious thinking, none of it is real. It's all BS programming and fantasy. So I really encourage you guys to go below, watch that video, feel into the energy of how to let go. When you experience that state of yourself having had let go, you now are in a very powerful position to create yourself consciously, because most of us are living life creating ourselves unconsciously, and that's just the sad truth. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe. I'm busting out 2 awesome videos every single week. If you love crystals, if you love transforming your life, this channel's for you. Let's do this together, guys. I'll see you at 100,000 subscribers, and have a great day. I'll see you for the next video.